Listen up, world. Are you ready to wear your pride on your sleeve? It's time to gear up with American Heritage Apparel, brought to you by DVDstore.shop. From bold patriotic tees to timeless hoodies and rugged outdoor gear, DVDstore.shop has the premium American-made apparel you need to show off your heritage in style. This isn't just fashion, it's a movement. Each piece is a tribute to our rich history, crafted with quality, comfort, and a little bit of American grit. Whether you're hitting the streets, the trails, or just hanging out, you'll look good and feel great in the gear that speaks to your roots. Wondering what makes us stand out? How about exclusive collections, limited runs, and designs that you won't find anywhere else? This is the stuff you'll want to pass down through generations. Ready to make a statement? Head to DVDstore.shop right now. Wear it proud, wear it strong. Shop now at DVDstore.shop. Be the heritage.
You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself.
Bitch, I'm in the city, posted with 40s and glizzies. Damn, you niggas still tell me, cause bitch, I get busy. Big nigga coat at the shoulders, that's why all these niggas be friendly. I stay with a glizzy. Even when I go to church, I be damned for fuck nigga kill me, cause these niggas envy. Knowing I'm moving that work and they want it, so they gon' go get it. These little niggas silly. I always be plotting this shit, but they never get chances to kill me. I fly out the feeling, just to meet up with the plug. You say X you up next, I can feel it. I buy it, you rent it. Call a poncho with a plate, give him 5 and I bet he gon' kill it. Been gone for a minute, and just by pushing that back, but I'm back cause the feds trying to get me. You niggas don't get me. Really was moving that shit that made Bobby get married to Whitney. I'm crippin' like Nipsey, but I still hang with some bloods and they all told them Glocks with extensions. We all about business. If you ain't talking them racks, then don't mention my name in the sentence. These niggas is bitches, talking they shit on the ground, but they see me and shit in they britches. I go.
And I was shown all the rainbows that I see. I was shown all the people who really dream. And I was shown all tomorrow, baby. And I was shown all the love.
Hey, turn the lights off.
We miss you,
Turn it up. Turn the music up in my headphones. I was down on my dick, only needed one wish. I told myself don't go back in that fist, cause be real, that's the shit that keep us from them rich. They do shit for the gram, but act broke for these bitches. Hey, I'm a man, I take care of my children. I do all this rap just to change how we live. They don't know all the real that I come from them trenches, them ditches. I swear in them bitches is weak. A bitch nigga reach for my chain and we blitzing. Hey, yeah, I'm rich, but still stepping Balenciaga. Remember them days used to dream about Da Vinci, was hitting them licks cause my pockets was in. Hey, me and T sharing one piece of chicken, was so fucking broke, couldn't even buy me a bitch. Couldn't clear out my throat cause the drink was 2 feet. Now I'm up every month, so I'm touching like 60. Hey, bitch, I'm active, so please do not diss me, cause I'm quick to have niggas gon' talking miss. I turned up in the year, now I'm running my city. Be real, ain't too many, that's just fucking weird. Glasses cover my eyes, but I still see the pity. They mad cause I'm up and they quit fucking with. Left they ass in the dust, you can tell cause they did. And they broke, how the fuck you sell weed but you skip? Since I touched the bag every day, I've been drip. Every function we in, they respecting this crib. If they don't, we don't go in the club, we gon' flip. I remember them days, it was dubs in the kitchen. I've been moving too fast, so it's lines and I'm sick. 15 deep in my show, see how often we hit. Partner turned to a hoe, tried to make me the villain. Not tripping, I'm standing on 10 and I'm with it. Hey. Back every day I've been drip. Every function we in, they respecting this crib. If they don't, we don't go in the club, we gon' flip. I remember them days, it was dubs in the kitchen. I've been moving too fast, so it's lines and I'm sick. 15 deep in my show, see how often we hit. Partner turned to a hoe, tried to make me the villain. Not tripping, I'm standing on 10 and I'm with it. I was down.
The president issued a full and unconditional pardon for Hunter, who faced sentencing this month. We're going to get started in the nation's capital, where President Joe Biden reversed course when it comes to his son, Hunter Biden. The president issued a full and unconditional pardon for Hunter, who faced sentencing this month for federal tax and gun convictions. The pardon means Hunter Biden won't be sentenced for his crimes, and it also eliminates any chance that he'll be sent to prison. In fact, the pardon explicitly grants clemency for the tax and gun offenses from his existing cases, plus any potential federal crimes that Hunter Biden may have committed dating as far back from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024, which was just a day ago. The time frame is specific because it covers Hunter's work overseas with Ukraine, China, and other foreign business dealings, okay? Here's a part of President Biden's statement in regards to the move. Quote, "Today, I signed a pardon for my son, Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were..."
Hey, man, shout out, man. I don't got a lot of time, man, but we got to get into this a little bit, man. So they... Boy, if Cat Williams wasn't telling you the truth, boy, everything will be revealed, boy. Like, they so dirty, they couldn't even hide the shit no more, nigga. They like, fuck it, nigga. Look, I gotta do what I gotta do for the squad, nigga.
Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions, but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties, are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. There has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecution. In trying to break Hunter, they've tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it will stop here.
Oh, hell no!
Wait a minute! Who are you?
See, this is what happens. This is what happened. This is what niggas signed up for, gang. Like, this shit right here is the prime example of so many people selling out. Just selling they goddamn whole futures away, nigga. Well, you got creepy goddamn Joe in the White House. You let this nigga in the White You let this nigga and Barry Santoro run a whole play on you niggas for about 12 years. Like, God. And then they tried to run it again. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Them niggas was not fixing, okay? But this just shows you, like, this nigga been saying his whole time, I'm not about to pardon this nigga. Then he come out with this public service announcement talking about Hunter was treated differently. Like, what? I'm pardoning him because, like, he didn't say he was a victim of anything, right? And thus forth, you know, his
his actions were justified, right? And thus forth. That's the reasoning for pardon. And he's like, nah, they just been picking on my son, man. They picking on my boy. Just cause he's my boy. Even though I've been in the White House for the last 4 years, and then skip 4 years, I was there for 8 years. Like they picking on my boy. I got to pardon them because they picking on my boy. God damn.
Is enough. End quote. Now, Biden's opponents, which include President-elect Donald Trump, have repeatedly said Hunter should be prosecuted for his activities in Ukraine and elsewhere. Respectfully, to the President of the United States, specifically as it pertains to that statement.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
You're full of it. I'm going to look right here over the national airwaves and look the President of the United States in the face and saying you're full of it. Not because you let your son.
What did he say?
Any decent father would do that. Never mind the business dealings that was going on in Ukraine and China and other places. While you were vice president under the Obama administration, I'm not talking about that. This is not a complaint about Hunter Biden getting off. I said weeks ago, you damn right you should let him off. He's your son. And he's a recovering addict. And he's battled those demons for years. And the fact that you let your son off, I totally understand. Donald Trump would have let his son off. Anybody would have. Or at least most people. I understand that. That's not the issue, sir. The issue, and why I say you're full of it, is because of the excuse you gave. A simple statement. That's my son. I have the power to pardon him, to grant him clemency, whatever. That's what I'm doing. Y'all kick rocks. That'd have been good enough for me.
Diz, you crazy, though.
That's your son. That's your son. That's your flesh and blood. That's your child. And as you pointed out, he's battled a lot of demons. He's going through a lot. I get it. Well, what's all?
So smoking crack. I've been like, see, this is what I'm. See, when they smoke crack, they going through something. When you smoke crack, when your folks was smoking crack, they was crackheads. You see what I'm saying? Like, why aren't we calling it a spade a spade? You talking about he going through something. Like, what is he doing? What is he going through exactly? Like, the inability to stop smoking crack? Like, yeah, I can see how, he going through something. But, like, it's not that he pardoned his son. That's not the point. The point is that the nigga been lying to the American public every time he was asked about this shit. His goddamn White House secretary been lying every time she's been asked about that shit. This administration been lying about goddamn near every fucking thing that they done fucking did. So the irony in this is that as he's pardoning his son all the way back into 2014 for prior things associated with Ukraine, right? And it's a previous administration. See, when he was the vice president, before he came to president, he was in the vice president. This is when this shit was going down. When him and Barry was motherfucking kicking. Fast forward, now billions of dollars have went to Ukraine. There's a Russia bad, Russia did everything wrong, goddamn propaganda campaign. Whole time, nigga can't afford nothing out this bitch. You can't afford nothing. Nigga, you can't buy a pack of batteries right now. A pack of batteries right now, nigga, is $17.79 in certain places in America. In certain places, you gotta work 2.5 hours, nigga, to earn a pack of batteries. Like, whole time, let me go ahead and pardon this nigga for all the shit he did while I was in the White House with Ukraine and other countries.
All of that other stuff you said about. You highlighting the transgressions and talking about how, oh my goodness, if it were anybody else, it would not have been considered or classified as a felony. If it was somebody else, they would have got up. Well, you ain't somebody else. You were the vice president. And obviously, considering the crimes that he was being accused of, I understand the gun charge, I understand tax charges, but the things that they were investigating in terms of his dealings with Ukraine, his dealings with China, and whatever purported money was funneled to the...
See, when it come to them, everybody understands their gun charge. Nigga, let you get a fucking gun charge, nigga. They gonna take away your ability to protect yourself forever. Whole time, Hunter's fucking straight. Hunter gonna be able to have a pistol, a rifle, whatever he want to carry. Hunter gonna be able to goddamn go within 5,000 feet of the school. And so will Creepy Joe. Creepy ass old man sniffing children. Been caught in the public harassing children inappropriately. And y'all niggas put him in the goddamn way. Y'all frauds, man. Listen, yo, it's a bunch of witches and warlocks all around you, setting you up for the motherfucking devil to come and swoop your motherfucking ass up with the rest of these motherfucking goddamn lost souls. I'm telling you. They was about to run this same shit with Kamala on you, motherfucker. And they almost got away with it. Gotta be quicker than that. They almost got away with the shit, gang. Like, you gotta be... I don't have a dog in this fight, but I can see creepy ass Jill sniffing this little girl inappropriately. I don't give a fuck who you is. Becoming a congressman don't give you the ability to goddamn sexually harass motherfuckers, or does it? Or does it? Do you automatically become immune? I don't know. Let's move forward.
Biden family, considering all of those things, those are valid things that warrant an investigation. And again, if you don't want it investigated and you want to let him off, President Biden, no problem. Just say that. That's my son. That's my son. That ain't what you said. You tried to highlight how innocent he is. Damn near called him a paragon of virtue. But what did you do to Donald Trump? See, we want to sit up here and everybody was afraid to talk about it leading up to the election. Or even when we were willing to talk about it, we had to dance the dance. We had to go around, up the block, around the damn corner, come right back around and vaguely get into stuff. We had to point out the 34 felony convictions. We had to talk about the 2 impeachments. We had to talk about the abundance of allegations that took place, including an election fall and citing an insurrection and all of this other stuff. We had to talk about all of that. But conveniently, it was coming down the pike like a damn tsunami when you knew you were going to have to run against them. You didn't talk about this then. A matter of fact, you specifically said you wouldn't pardon your son before the election. You're announcing it now that we know that Donald Trump is coming in and about to be sworn in as the 47th president. You were intending to do this all along, which again is no problem, but it doesn't make you any less full of it. Because when you look at Donald Trump and how the Democrats went after him, you do understand that the Democrats are no longer in a position to say anything, right? You can talk till the cows come home. You whistling into the wind. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say right now. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your party. Because when you pardon your son, going back on your word, telling the American people there was no way that you were going to pardon him when everybody and their grandmama knew you were lying but didn't hold you accountable for it. And now you've confirmed what people believed, that you were probably going to be lying about that very thing that you said you wouldn't do for your son. All you had to do was say, he's my son. I can't let him go to jail. What's the matter with y'all? Do I gotta act like Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live? And another thing, and by the way, is that what I gotta do?
It's amazing, like when they accuse your son of having a weapon unlawfully and convict him of 3 felonies, they don't be having none of that understanding, boy. None of that inner or overstanding, dang. Like, it's straight to the guillotine with that little nigga.
All you had to do was say, that's my son. I'm not sending him to jail. I have the power to pardon him and to bring him home with me when I walk away from the White House, ending my political career. I'm taking my son home with me. Everybody would understand that. That wasn't good enough for you. It wasn't good enough for you. Instead, you have to try to come across like he was victimized because of you, like you're so innocent, like you're such a paragon of virtue. And as a result, now you've brought more skepticism in the direction of the Democratic Party. Why? Because you show you're no different than the other side, which you were accusing of everything. Y'all went after Donald Trump for everything but tying his shoelaces on the right way. You raked him through the coals. You threw him under the bus. You did everything to him. And I'm in no way trying to act like he's some innocent bystander in all of it.
A vocal force in the media throughout the 2024 presidential race, and he's joining us now at the table. Please welcome back the author of the book, Get Honest or Die Lying, Charlamagne the God.
Thank you for having me back.
Okay, so my question is, after the election, you said that you were disappointed but optimistic.
Hey, Steve.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel the same way because, I mean, what's the other option?
Right.
You know, I'm a country boy from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, raised on a dirt road. So, you know, my mother was a Jehovah's Witness, my grandmother was a Baptist. So I still believe in this higher power called God.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't believe in God when, you know, things go your way and not believe in God when things don't go your way. So at a time like this, you just got to remember your serenity prayer, which is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Because we can't change nothing.
Oh, what a pessimistic response to have. You sound sour and salty as a bitch.
I love that. Yeah, especially the wisdom to know the difference, right?
And we can't change anything.
Can't.
I mean, you know,
Not yet.
well, 4 years from now, I guess.
Or two. You never know.
But let me ask you this: like, Trump's campaign ads for some, they're saying they were very effective. And in one in particular ad, he used a clip of you from the Breakfast Club saying, quote, Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. You say that line was taken out of context. I know it was, but it went on to become one of his most effective campaign ads. I'm also featured in one of his campaign ads.
You might have been 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was. He texted me and let me know that.
Context.
No. No, it wasn't. But what were you actually saying in the clip? And can you please explain that? And how does it make you feel that the campaign used you like that?
Well, it's never good to be taken out of context, but I was explaining to my listeners how effective I thought the actual ad was. Like, you know, the ad was effective before I was in it. I was just sitting at home watching football and I saw it and I was like, whoa. And so I knew the immediate reaction was going to be, you know, people are going to say, hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that. So I was explaining that to my listeners. So, I mean, yeah, it never feels good to be taken out of context, but what I didn't like the most was that they didn't do anything to combat it. Right. I would have ran the same ad and just said, Donald Trump, what is it? Donald Trump supports, what was it?
He was the one that was supporting tax.
Yes, Donald Trump supports
sex
taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. I would have ran the same ad because it was legislation under him as well. And you know what else I would have did if I was our campaign? Since Donald Trump used me, I would have used Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said Donald Trump was a threat to democracy. Joe Rogan said he thought Donald Trump was, I think, unhinged was the quote.
Right.
You got to mix it up. You got to get dirty with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to muddy the waters a little bit, cause confusion.
Yeah. Let me ask you something that's going on.
This is like a goddamn, like this is some witchcraftery right here, boy. Like, when you get up, you never notice. If you ever see a single man with about this many women, you gotta pray for that man. You gotta pray for that man. He cannot stay there for a certain amount of time, nigga. Like, your ass got about 13 minutes before you start being zesty, nigga. Before you start adopting these mentalities, these mannerisms and ways of these 5 individuals. I'm telling you, they gonna put that goddamn woo-woo on you, and your ass is gonna be through. You gonna be thinking everything, and the way you think ain't right. I'm telling you, they ain't got no balance. Just a bunch of goddamn, especially some old hags. Boy, you gotta watch them old hags. Y'all know what a hag is? Like, yeah, this is a bunch of old hags. Like, when they go home, they take their damn mask off. They look different. Right, he got his hands on his on his lap. You know what I'm saying? He got a strong, look like black woman on his shirt. He got a Sephardic Jew on the. He got 2 J's on his on each side. You know what I'm saying? He got all type of J's, even down to the end, to the Goldberg. Boy, he got a bunch of J's around his ass. Goddamn, daring him not to say what the fuck he wants.
Around right now, a lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter, after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think.
See, why they keep bringing up the other side? That's why I can't stand them motherfuckers that only want to talk about the other side when they guilty of some shit. Like, nigga, the other side didn't pardon their son who was smoking crack and illegally purchasing weapons and shit like that. That's what you did. That's what Joe Biden and the people you voted for and the people you stand by did. Why the fuck you keep wanting to talk to the other side or about the other side and what they do? It's not about them right now. It's about you.
And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind?
Oh my God. We don't know it was a lie. See, this is that shit, bro. Like, this is that witchcraft shit I'm talking about. Nigga, you got caught in a lie. Niggas tell you now Joe be sniffing children inappropriately. The niggas will say that's a lie. Then he got footage of the nigga goddamn doing it. And they still say it's a lie. Well, why was he smelling her? Was he trying to figure out what type of shampoo she was trying? Like, nigga, what the fuck? These people is dangerous. These are the type of people that'll sit around while adults pick up children allegedly like handbags and utilize them and then putting them back on the table like old girl was talking about. It's like these the people that sit around and watch that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already don't trust Whoopi, goddammit. Like, her name ain't even Whoopi Goldberg. Nigga, like, how did you get Goldberg, man?
Over Thanksgiving weekend,
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you got sick of watching everybody else get over.
What did he say?
That made absolutely no fucking sense. You think he changed his mind because he got sick and tired of everyone getting over. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact, ma'am, that he stated that he wouldn't do a thing and then he did it. Okay, that would make him a liar. Okay, okay, he's like, it doesn't matter why he changed his mind, if he got in him feelings or none of that shit. None of that shit matters. The nigga said he wasn't gonna pardon his son. What else is there to talk about?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. They don't have to do
Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're.
No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne God.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes,
Stop it. Get some help.
But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
Why I'm an independent.
Yes, but
I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. Can I just point this out to you? The president has the pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Just think about it this way. Think about it maybe in this way. The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so what people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power.
Yo, I don't like this person. I really don't like this person. Like, this is one of them Divine Nine, goddamn stand-ins. Goddamn it, like them mamacitas that act like she a nigga on some days, but most days you can't call her one or she'll get offended type shit. Like, this motherfucker right here is terrible. And once again, all of these motherfuckers, I'm assuming, got some ties to the people with the small hats and the tall hats. the small and the tall hats. They got like,
to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie or is that physical? And his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now,
but they're not saying that it's not Donald Trump's administration that convicted Hunter Biden. It was Joe Biden's Department of Justice that convicted Hunter Biden. And goddamn it, and now he's pardoning him. Like that is the conflict of interest.
and so what people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is.
But now they count me when the motherfucker lying. So how many times did Creepy Joe lie? Because if Trump did it 40, that motherfucker, he got to be in the Hundun. Like he got to be on another level. Like they have programmed this nigga to lie, including lie about goddamn pardoning his son. Anyways, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, share the video out. I'm getting up out of here. Before I go, make sure y'all visit dbdstore.shop for all your latest Aboriginal apparel. I'll catch y'all on the next one, tribe. Peace.
Listen up, world. Are you ready to wear your pride on your sleeve? It's time to gear up with American Heritage Apparel, brought to you by dbdstore.shop. From bold patriotic tees to timeless hoodies and rugged outdoor gear, dbdstore.shop has the premium American-made apparel you need to show off your heritage in style. This isn't just fashion, it's a movement. Each piece is a tribute to our rich history, crafted with quality, comfort, and a little bit of American grit. Whether you're hitting the streets, the trails, or just hanging out, you'll look good and feel great in the gear that speaks to your roots. Wondering what makes us stand out? How about exclusive collections, limited runs, and designs that you won't find anywhere else? This is the stuff you'll want to pass down through generations. Ready to make a statement? Head to dbdstore.shop right now. Wear it proud, wear it strong. Shop now at dbdstore.shop. Be the heritage.